Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hornets Hockey Network, your one-stop shop for all that is Hornets hockey. My name is Rob Finger, alongside our videographer Fu-Mei Tung, and we have something special lined up for you tonight. This is the FM Hornets Pride Classic, a tournament-like event set up by FM, inviting a number of teams from Section 3 and beyond to compete in games hosted by your FM Hornets. Unfortunately, this was supposed to be Game 2 of the Pride Classic. However, the first team, Franklin Malone from the North Country, had to cancel due to COVID. But nevertheless, here we are in the Toyota Coliseum for tonight's matchup between the Mohawk Valley Jugglers and your FM Hornets. Tonight's matchup is effectively the Hornets' home opener. Yes, you heard that correct. From now into the foreseeable future, the Toyota Coliseum will be the home of the Hornets. Now, let's move on to the scouting report. Last time out, the Hornets did not have their best day, being swamped 8-1 by the dominant Skinny Atlas Lakers. However, they did show some promise that game, only allowing 3 goals in the last 2 periods, and even matching their scoring 1-1 in the second period of said game. Certainly, this Hornets team has potential. However, that being said, this leaves them with a record of 0-1. Bouncing over to the Jugglers, they themselves not having the best start either. In their first game, they managed to tie the Fulton team at 3 apiece, but they lost out to the Liverpool Warriors, with Liverpool winning 2-1. This leaves them with a record of 0-1-1. Some players to keep an eye out on this Jugglers team are lead point scorer Cole Narolis, who in only 2 games has been able to garner himself 3 points in the form of 2 assists and a goal. Others to look out for, Nick DeRizo and Luke Williams, each of whom have a goal to their name. For your Hornets, the points leaders so far are Walker Thompson with a goal against the Lakers and Joey Liberoni with an assist on that very goal. But that was then, and this is now. And it's now time for your starting lineups. Starting in goal for the Mohawk Valley Jugglers is number 31, Noah Narolis. Starting at defense is number 20, Mason Jacobs. Also at defense is number 18, Cole Narolis. Starting at forward, number 23, Nick DeRizo. Also starting forward, number 12, Logan Donetto. Lastly, starting at forward is number 19, Jaden Lawrence. And now, the starting lineup for your FM Hornets. Starting in goal, number 31, Chris Finger. Starting at defense, number 21, Walker Thompson. Also at defense, number 22, Gavin Patno. Starting at forward, number 4, Jack Wallach. Also starting forward, number 6, Jonas Osterley. And last but not least, starting at forward, number 10, Joey Liberoni. The boys are buzzing in the barn here at the Toyota Coliseum for this Pride Classic matchup. Will Mohawk Valley be able to juggle their chances and capitalize with a few tricks? Or will they drop the ball and fail to fool these Hornets? All that and more will be answered here this afternoon. And the only place to be is here on the Hornets Hockey Network. It's Jugglers versus Hornets as we get set for game time. And with that begins another game of Hornets hockey here in the Coliseum. Face off now in the middle of the ice. One forward by the Hornets, but the Jugglers quick to pick it up. Sending it along the boards now. Coming through the neutral zone into the Hornet zone. She takes a shot, turned away by Finger. Patnote in the corner trying to get, with a little help from Osterley there. Sending it up to Liberoni, but it's off the skate of the ref. And it goes into the hands of the Jugglers. The Cold Knives there, quick to pick it up. Liberoni trying to bring it in, but the Jugglers getting it back into their hands. Not quite getting it out there. Hornets are keen to send it back in. Goes into the hands of Jacobs. Over to Neurolis there. Back to the goalie, Neurolis. Sending it around there. Goes all the way into the Hornet zone. And Lalek will pick it up. Lalek up to Liberoni there. Liberoni slightly losing it. Jugglers trying to pick it up there, but it's Patnote bringing it in. Patnote trying to make a move happen here. Sends it up to Thompson. Thompson back to Patnote. Over to the middle there for Greg Manzi. Goes in, and that's a goal! And the Hornets have put one up on the board. On a bit of a bouncing puck there, went right under the pad of Neurolis, and it crossed the line. Hornets up 1-0. Hornets win it back now. Gets it over to Patnote. Patnote trying to send it over to Osterley there. Osterley taking it behind the net there. Is forced into the corner by one of the Jugglers players there. Back gets it back. Coming around the corner, bit of pressure there. Trying to be put on by Mohawk Valley. Osterley sending it over to number 27 there. No Ostriani. And it goes into the juggler's zone. Lalick there putting some pressure on. But the jugglers take it out, courtesy of Graziano there. Sending it on the net, turned away by Finger. Graziano getting it over to Williams. But that's Ostriani there trying to get it up, but a shot was sent back to Finger, and he is keen to turn it away. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. The Hornets getting set in place. Dropped in it, one back by the Hornets. That's Golden Ives. Taking it, making a look or two. Decides to skate it. Gets it up, faces a little bit of pressure, but knocks the man down. Golden Ives there putting in some work. Thompson gets it up to Osterley. Osterley making a few moves there. Sending it up the ice there. It gets into the juggler zone. And the juggler's looking to break it out. Coming up the boards, sends it off the boards there. And that will be an icing just a bit too hard. Face off then. To the right of Garulis. Hornets getting set. Bit of a line mix-up here. Ives coming in for the face-off, wins it to the side. But it's the jugglers who pick it up and send it into the neutral zone. 23 there. DeRizo putting a shot on, and Finger will turn it away. Thompson there sending it up the boards. But the jugglers need to get it back in. Patno picking it up. Sending it up. But the jugglers to get it back, but it's Patno getting his own puck back. Sending it into the juggler zone. Patno with a big attempted hit there. But that jugglers player didn't like it. Ives trying to send it back in, but the jugglers regaining it. Bit of commotion there by that one dot. And that's Brady Moore who will get it in for the Hornets. Norolis there, getting it over to his partner. Gets it up to the forward there in the neutral zone, but Osterley pickpockets it. What'll he do? Making a few moves, using all that ice to his advantage, and the man falls down as he gets it over to Lucas Latov. Latov coming into the zone, puts a shot on, it just goes right over the net. And Leveroni there, keen to keep it in. Keeping it in again is Leveroni with the little help from Lalick. But the jugglers are just able to get it out before it goes into the hands of Osterley. Osterley over to Lalick. Lalick putting it towards the center for Leveroni, but a bit of pressure there had him fail to catch the puck, and it goes into the Hornet zone. Patno picking it up, sending it over to Lalick. Lalick picking it up off the boards. Not quite there, actually. And the jugglers send it back deep. Patno sending it over to the other corner where nobody's there. Thompson puts some pressure on it, so does Leveroni. But they get it, put a shot on, goes a bit through traffic, and Thompson will pick it up behind the net. Osterley there, sending it up the middle, but the D man keeps it in there. But Osterley himself getting it out. Lalick picking it up, sending it over to Osterley. Osterley over to Leveroni, and when it gets off the pad of Norolis. Over to Leveroni there in the middle. Lalick picks it up. Takes it to the boards, gets it up to his D-man. Latov shot, and it goes wide out of traffic. Lalick putting it towards the net there, but it goes over to the other corner. Juggler's picking it up, trying to get it out there, but it's Leveroni who denies it until number 25, Dezidis, tries to get it into the Hornet zone there. Golden Knives picking it up along the boards, kicks it into Mohawk Valley zone. He scores! Wow, what a one-man effort from Golden Knives. And he puts one right up into the corner. Wow, that was a quick goal. A one-man army that is Golden Knives taking it up the boards and puts it in the net. Face off 1-4 by the Hornets, but the Jugglers get it quick into the Hornets zone. Laptop to pick it up. Jugglers sending it around to the other corner. That's Moore picking it up. Sending it over to number 9, LeDuc. But Golden Knives, there to pick it up again. It goes into the back of that player there, that Jugglers player, and it goes out to their D-man. Sending it into the corner, goes around to the other one. LeDuc will pick it up. A big hit there, but the puck gets out of the zone. Job done. However, the Jugglers, quick to get it back in. That's Patnode picking it up. Patnode over to Moore. Moore going for it. Facing a little bit of pressure there, but he gets it out. Jugglers, though, getting it back in. Walker Thompson there putting a lot of pressure on that one Jugglers player. Moore going for it in the center, in the corner. Ives, a big hit there from number 18, Cole Narolis on Golden Knives. 21 there, Walker Thompson trying to get it out, but it gets towards the Jugglers D. Down into the corner, sends it out to the center. Patnode will pick it up there, getting it off the corner there. Cole Narolis, another big hit there. Seems he's out for a bit of contact. Jugglers there, regrouping in the middle there. Moore trying to do something with it. Patnode there to pick it up, getting it out of the zone. But it's Cole Narolis sending it back in. Number 8 there, Jacob Mazur, getting it back in, trying to do something with it for the Jugglers. Thompson there sending it, but it gets intercepted by the D, and it's loose, but Finger is quick to pick it up. Just over halfway through here in the first period of play here at the Toyota Coliseum, 2-0 is the score in favor of the Hornets. Getting set for the face-off to Fingers right, sends it over to the Jugglers. Trying to shoot it there, but it goes just wide. And that's Osterley who will send it around and out. Jugglers there, getting a little bit of a regroup in their own zone. Sending it over to the center, a bit of a failed pass, and that is good. Goes over to the other forward there. They send it off the pads of Noah Narolis, and a bit of scrummage there. Jugglers not quite happy with the conduct of the Hornets in the goalie crease. Face off to the left of Noah Narolis. Hornets winning it forward. The Jugglers trying to get it out there. Patnode will pick it up. Patnode shot, it just goes wide, just wide of the net after touching the stick of a Juggler there. Mohawk Valley icing it up, and it's just on net. Finger will turn it away. Patnode picks it up. Sending it up there to Livesey. Livesey fighting for it a little bit there. Gets it over to Osterley. Osterley over to Thompson. Thompson up to Lalick. Lalick over to Livesey. Livesey trying to make something happen with it. Puts it on net. Turned away by Noah Narolis. Lalick there putting some pressure on. So is Livesey. Lalick gets the puck. Sends it up to Patnode. Keeps it in. Gets it with his skate there. And a bit of skate action from that Juggler there. Forced it to go out. But Osterley has it now. Over to Lalick. Lalick up to Leveroni. A bit of a saucer there. It was just too high. Lalick keeping it in there. as it got perilously close to that blue line. Leveroni trying to make something happen with it here. Tries to get it over to Osterley, but the Jugglers will take it out. Coming up the side of the boards there, big hit from Joey Leveroni. And Osterley will pick it up. Sending it over to Lucas Latoff. Up to Patnode. Patnode not picking it up, but the Jugglers will. Oh, and that's just a bit of offsides there. As number 19, Jaden Lawrence, fails to put it in the zone, and his teammates goes over the blue line. Face off in the neutral zone, one to the side by the Hornets. And the Jugglers, a big shot there. Routine stop by Finger. But 2-on-1 there, big hit right there. And it looks like the Jugglers putting forth a little bit of contact here. Lalick trying to get it out there, but the Jugglers send it back towards the goal and into the corner. Over to the center there. They try to get it in. And the whistle is blown. A little bit of scrummage there. But Finger does not allow it to go behind him. .6:38 left to go in the first period of play here in the Toyota Coliseum. Face off to the left of Finger. Ives coming in for it. Jugglers win it back, and a bit of a shot there is blocked by his own man. He tries to get it to the center there for a bit of a dirty goal, and it gets under the glove of Finger. And he will freeze it. Face off one back by the Jugglers, shoots it through traffic, but it goes wide. Shot again, but it goes into the skate of Thompson. And the Hornets will pick it up, courtesy of LeDuc. Jugglers there trying to get some pressure put on in the offensive zone. But a forecheck and a shot saved by Finger. He had a little bit of a will to drop it there, but he thought a little bit better of it. Face off to the right of Finger. Hornets getting set. One back into the corner. And Osterley will send it around there for Andrew Fitz. Jonas Osterley taking it up into the zone there. But the Jugglers getting it back into the Hornet zone. Sending it up to his D-man. Shot there. It goes wide. Hornets trying to get it out there, but the Jugglers don't allow it. It squirts out towards the middle there, and a bit of a lousy shot there. Goes through traffic and goes wide. Andrew Fitz, and a little bit of a high sticking call there. And this will be a penalty coming for the Hornets on number 27, Noah Oswiani. .5:26 left to go in this first period of play. And the Hornets are on the penalty kill. Jugglers there, shooting it. Save made by Finger. Face off now to Finger's right. Jugglers winning it to the side. Getting some pressure put on by Jonas Osterley, and Thompson will get it out. Jugglers there, taking it up the side. Not until Jonas Osterley is keen to put some pressure on, and Jack Lalick will send it into the Juggler zone. 5 minutes left to go here in the first period of play. 2-0 is the score in favor of the Hornets as they are on a penalty kill. Jugglers there trying to bring it towards the center, denied by Walker Thompson, and Jonas Osterley will get it out. Jugglers trying to figure out what to do here on the breakout. Little indecisive there, but he gets it to the side to nobody. Thankfully, one of his teammates is able to pick it up. Sends it D to D. D up to his forward, getting it into the zone. Patnode, then Osterley putting some pressure on. Gets it over to his fellow teammate there. And a little bit of stick action there, but it goes into the corner. Patnode putting it around. Jugglers there keeping it in. Putting it to the corner. Walker Thompson up to Jack Lalek, and Jack Lalek will get it out. Jugglers there sending it into the Hornet zone, but that will be an icing call. Finger there launching it to the other ref. Gets it right on target. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to follow us on our new Instagram page at FM Hornets Hockey on Instagram, where you can find a lot of cool pictures and updates about your FM Hornets team. Jugglers there taking it out of their own zone after the faceoff, sending it into the Hornet zone. Leveroni looking to pick it up there, and a little bit of stick action there, and Osterley rifles it over to the other end. 7 seconds left in this penalty kill. Sending it to his fellow man over on the boards. Putting it up behind the net, or the Jugglers, sending it towards the center with a bit of a lousy shot, and it goes behind. Sending it over to his fellow D-man there, and Leveroni's able to knock it out. Golden Eyes sending it up to Brady Moore there. It gets into the Juggler zone. Mohawk Valley there trying to get it up. And a little bit of a hit from Osterley knocks her off the puck. Pat note over to Osterley. Osterley doing a little bit of a spin move there. Coming up through the center. Over towards the boards. Trying to get it over to Brady Moore. But it goes out of the zone and into the hands of the Jugglers. But not before Michael LeDuc can pick it up. Pat Node up to LeDuc, but it goes into the hands of the Jugglers in their own zone. Sending it over to the board man there, over towards the center. Pat Node denying it, but they get it into the zone. Walker Thompson trying to weave through many people there to get it out, and Michael LeDuc is the one who will do so. Sending it over to the boards there. Pat Node picking it up. Sending it over to Thompson. Thompson up to LeDuc. LeDuc letting it go a bit there. Mohawk Valley will pick it up, but not before Lalek can try to keep it in there. And that's Osriani out of the box now, trying to put some pressure on the boards there, along with Lalek, who puts it in. Jugglers there trying to get it out, but Pat Note says no. Lalek over to his teammate there, tries to get it into the goal, but Jugglers now trying to make something happen with it in their own zone. Walker Thompson trying to put it on net there, but Noah Narolis will choose to cover. .117 left to go in this first period of play. 2-0 is the score in favor of your Hornets. Jonas Osterley taking the face-off to the left of Noah Narolis. Jugglers taking it back. Leveroni putting some pressure on there in the corner. Gets it through two people around the goal. Looking for an option there. Gets it over to Osterley. Osterley on a backhand. Gets it back into the corner. Sends it over to Latov, but the Jugglers need to get it out. Force Latov to go and retreat. Leveroni there trying to make something happen with it, but Walker Thompson getting it through the legs there, but not quite himself. And it goes into the Hornet zone. Latoff sending it along the boards there. But it goes back in, courtesy of the jugglers, into the hands of Jonas Osterley. Osterley over to Lalick. Lalick up to Leveroni. Leveroni tips it out, but it's into the hands of the jugglers once again. Jonas Osterley sending it behind his own net, looking for a little bit of room. Slowly taking it out. Around one juggler. Not around two jugglers. He gets it and he brings it back into the zone. Towards the center there, Lucas Latoff is there to intercept. But that'll do it for the first period of action here at the Toyota Coliseum. The score at the end of one is 2-0 in favor of the Hornets. Shots on goal for the Mohawk Valley Jugglers sit at 7, while the Hornets nearly have double at 12. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. Second period of action will be here on the Hornets Hockey Network. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to second period of hockey here in the Toyota Coliseum. The score is 2-0 in favor of the Hornets as we go into second period of action. And with that, the second period will get underway here as both teams get set for the middle face-off. Both goalies ready, timekeepers ready, and the face-off is won forward by the Jugglers. FM making efforts to get it back out of their zone, courtesy of Walker there, and a save made by Finger as it goes right to the center there. Face off to the left of Finger. Put forward by the Jugglers, but Osterley is keen to take it out. And Patnode there trying to get up to Leveroni, who gets blasted there by number 20, Mason Jacobs. And the ref there blowing the whistle for a hand pass. That will be a face-off outside of the Hornets zone. I say outside of the Hornets zone, scratch that, way outside of the Hornets zone. Face off to the right of Noah Narolis. One back by the Hornets, getting it over to Walker Thompson there. It's blocked by number 12, Logan DiDitto. He takes it into the Hornets zone, tries to do something with it in the corner, but Thompson is there to put pressure on, assisted by Osterley. DiDitto, though, getting out there, sending it along the boards, but Patnode will pick it up. Set off the boards there. Thompson trying to do something with it, but the Jugglers trying to put a shot on, gets it off his own man. Over to the D-man, back to the board man. Shot, it goes wide. Jugglers there making some work happen in the Hornet zone, sending it back around to DiDitto. Leveroni, though, for the Hornets, picking it up, quickly getting it up the boards. And out of his own zone, but the Jugglers getting it quick back and on net. Into the hands of Finger there, sending it over to Thompson. Thompson making some work happen with it. Facing a bit of pressure there. Jugglers try and recover it. And it goes up to their D, who loses it, and he goes out of the zone. LeDuc trying to put some pressure on there. His lack of size, though, proving a little bit difficult. Osterley putting some pressure on it. It goes back to Patnode. LeDuc knocking it down, getting it over to Thompson. Up back to LeDuc, and back to Thompson. Up on the boards. Leveroni there trying to get it into the Jugglers zone. LeDuc there also trying to put some pressure on it. Osterley sending it over to Patnode. Patnode coming up. He gets it into the Jugglers zone now. Turned away by Noah Narolis. LeDuc there trying to get it into the center, but it's in the corner for the Jugglers. Jugglers there getting it way up and out. And no icing is called as Patnode picks it up. Patnode over to Moore, but Moore up to LeDuc. LeDuc sending it over to Moore, who puts it into the corner. Moore getting it over to a D-man that lacked to be there. Latoff in a bit of a drag race with a Juggler there. Both of them along the boards, but the Jugglers come out with it. LeDuc trying to make something happen with it there, but it's Latoff who picks it up and will take it out of the Hornet zone. The Jugglers there sending it a bit to the right there, tried to hit the glass, but it went out of the plunge. Face off in the neutral zone there. Right in front of the Jugglers bench. One back by the Jugglers, who take it into the Hornet zone there. facing a bit of pressure, though. They don't get far. Right there at the top of the circle, a bit of a battle, but the puck will go up and out of play. And due to the lack of the netting around either end of this arena here, we may face quite a few out-of-play pucks. Face off now to the right of Chris Finger. Bit of a shot there from the Jugglers as they win the face-off. Take it, another shot there, and it bounces off the goal there, and I believe that went up and out of play. So that's 3 out-of-play pucks in just over a minute. Face off to the left of Finger. Face off one back by the Hornets after a bit of tie-up there. Brady Moore getting it along the boards, sending it up through those players. Brady Moore and Michael LeDuc getting it into the Hornet zone. Golden Eyes there picking it up. Sending it up to Patnode. Patnode sending it back down. Into the corner there. The Jugglers pick it up though. Bit of pressure there from Brady Moore as he tried to lay a hit on him, but he goes to Golden Eyes and he scores! That's 2 for Golden Eyes tonight as he puts one on net, and it goes behind Noah Neurolis. 3-0 is now the score for the FM Hornets. A little bit of a mix-up there with the lines. But a bit of movement there from both Jack Lalick, number 19, Jaden Lawrence there on our near side. Face off now, one back by the Jugglers, and they will try to take it into the Hornet zone. Bit of a bouncing puck there. Puts it into the hands of the Jugglers, but they get it out of the zone there, and Jack Lalick puts a stick in to get it into the Juggler zone. Up to Latoff there, shot goes over the net. Brady Moore is there to pick it up on the other side. Joey Lavaroni facing a little bit of pressure there, but he goes and puts some pressure on himself. Hornets there forechecking, trying to keep it in, but it squirts out. Brady Moore trying to do with it something with it now along the boards, but it's picked up by Jack Lalick, sending it up to Lavaroni. Jugglers there, getting it into the Hornets zone, but it goes into the corner. Jack Lalick going to put some pressure on, but it goes around all the way to the D-man. Jugglers now with it, shot, save, and turned away by Finger. It goes high and out. Bit of a rifle shot there. And that will be an icing. 11:56 left to go in the second period of play here at the Toyota Coliseum. 3-0 is the score in favor of the Hornets. Face off now to the left of Chris Finger. One backed by the Jugglers. Jugglers trying to get it back into the corner. Back up to the D-man, shoots, and it goes wide. Because they're trying to get it back on net is that D-man. He sends it into the corner. I know they're trying to put some pressure on, but it comes out to the center man. Shot, save, made by Finger. Face off now to the left of Chris Finger. One back by the Jugglers. They put it back on net, turned away by Finger. Sending it into the corner. Getting it towards the center there, and it's saved by Finger! And it goes out of the zone after that D-man fails to handle it. But they send it back in right away. Over to Patno. Patnode getting it up and out, courtesy of Jonas Osterley. But that'll be an ice after Osterley deflected it just a bit too far. Face off to the left of Finger, one back by the Jugglers. A shot through traffic there. Man picks it up, gets it up over to his D-man. Another shot through traffic, goes wide. Another shot there off a Hornet. And Leveroni picking it up. Faces a bit of pressure. But there he is, getting it again along the boards. A little bit of a failed check there as Leveroni takes it into the Juggler zone, losing it a little bit. But he regains it. Sends it over to Osterley. Osterley getting it to the center there, but none of the Hornets are there to capitalize. The Jugglers will try it and take it out of the zone. Denied twice there by Brady Moore. Trying to offer a different route, goes right to Lalik. Latov shooting it, save made by Noah Narolis. Face off to the left of Noah Narolis. One back by the Hornets. Leduc getting it up to Patnode there. Patnode shot, and it's saved and turned away by Narolis. Getting it over to his fellow player there. Golden Knives gets it up to Patnode. Patnode's shot goes wide. Walker Thompson with it there. Little bit of a mishandling there, but they are able to get it back into the corner. Jugglers there, regaining it, trying to break it out, but it goes off the skate of the ref into the hands of Michael Leduc. Shoots it, and it's toe saved by Narolis and turned away. Jugglers now getting it out of their own zone. Michael Leduc says, no thank you, let's put it back in. Mohawk Valley trying to get it out of their zone, which they do after a second attempt. Patnode, though, with it. He puts it on net. Narolis turns it away. The Jugglers will try to break it out once again. Back into the hands of Latov, however. One of the Jugglers puts a bit of pressure on him. Still pressuring him. As Noah Oswiani tries to give him a little bit of help there in the corner. And it goes into the hands of Thompson over to Livesey. Livesey trying to get it up to Noah Oswiani, but it goes a bit too far, and that will be an icing call. Face off there to the left of Chris Finger. Getting set. One back by the Jugglers, but it's too much for that D. He lets it go. That will not be an icing. Jack Lalick goes to pick it up. Assisted there by Leveroni, but it goes out to the stick of Patnode. Patnode trying to get it over to Osterley there, but Osterley letting it go towards the boards. Jugglers will take it and put it into the Hornet zone. Lucas Latov handing it to Jack Lalick. Lalick behind the net, trying to make something happen with it. Perilously close to the crease there. Sends it into one of the Jugglers. The Jugglers will get it back. Sending it over to the center man there. Handling a shot scored. And after 3 unanswered, the Jugglers have put one up on the board. Amid all the chaos in the center of that Hornet zone, the Jugglers were able to capitalize and put it up into the corner. 3-1, the score here in the second period of play. Walker getting it off the boards there. However, Cold Knives there, bringing it back, sending it on to Noah Narolis as he runs into the post there. knocking that goal off a little bit. Face off to the left of Noah Neurolis. One back by the Jugglers. They send it to the other corner. Trying to break it out now. Hostilely there, trying to keep it in, but it goes into the Hornet zone. Walker Thompson sending it the other way. Jukes it around that one Juggler. Goes into the hands of LeDuc. LeDuc trying to get it out. Sending it up to his fellow player there, Brady Moore. They get it just into the Juggler zone. However, it isn't also into the hands of the Jugglers. Brady Moore there putting on a big hit. Jugglers, though, making efforts to get it out into the hands of Thompson now. Jonas Osterley there, failing to get it back over to his fellow D. And it goes back into the Juggler zone, fortunately. Jonas Osterley trying to put some pressure on. Sorry, that was Brady Moore. With the Hornets, though, keeping it in, courtesy of Golden Knives. Jugglers trying to break it out there for what seems the umpteenth time. But it goes back into the glove of Noah Neurolis as he covers. Face off to the left of Noah Neurolis. Hornets getting set. One to the side by the Hornets. But the Jugglers there, and a penalty will be called. And that will be a hooking on number 25, Aiden Shaver. And once again, the Hornets will go on the penalty kill. That's once again 2 minutes for hooking on number 25, Aiden Shaver. Jugglers running it back to the D. A big shot there. Turned away by Finger, but it goes back to the D. He walks it in. Shot score. And Mohawk Valley has decreased this lead to 1. .6:30 left to go in this second period of play. The score is 3-2 after that power play goal from the Mohawk Valley Jugglers. Sent along the other way there. On the back of the net. Michael LeDuc gets it off the boards there, sending it into the Juggler zone. Mohawk Valley, however, making efforts to break it out. But Michael LeDuc there sending it over to Patnode. Patnode facing a bit of pressure in his own zone. Aided by Lucas Latoff there. Getting it up there, but the Jugglers are keen to get it back in. Patnode there trying to put some pressure on. Now aided by Golden Knives. Knives facing a bit of pressure there from number 10, Zach Getz. And Ives loses his stick there. Tries to kick it out of his own zone. Turned away by Finger there, was a bit of a lousy shot from the point. And it goes out. And Golden Knives will go and try and get it. Expecting to face a little bit of pressure there. Doesn't even touch the puck. And it goes back into the Hornet zone. Walker Thompson sending it over to Lucas Latoff. Latoff all the way up to LeDuc there, but a bit too hard. Thankfully, no icing. Leveroni there bringing it around. Tries for a bit of a wraparound, but his pad was just there on the post. Hornets there getting it back into the Juggler zone. Jugglers trying to get it out. Getting it out of their own zone of the jugglers, and that's Lalek trying to get it back into the juggler zone, but they get it into the Hornet zone. Brady Moore getting it up to Leveroni there. Jonas Osterley, though, turning away a hit from one of those jugglers. Thompson there sending it up to Lalek. Lalek up to Osterley. Here he comes. Along the boards there, but a bit of denial from number 7 there, Ben Howard, as he goes hard into the boards. Sending it back into the corner there to Osterley. Lalek taking a bit of a shot there, but it was a bit of a shallow angle, and it went behind the net. Brady Moore taking a shot. And it goes and covered by Noah Narolis. 3:55 left to go in this second period of play. 3-2 is the score. Face off to the left with Noah Narolis. Face off one back. Some Brady Moore by the Hornets, and that will go up and out of play since there's no netting. Seems they might go through a whole bucket of pucks here, as that's, I think, 5 pucks that have gone out of play already. Jugglers getting it out of their own zone, getting it on goal there, and it's covered by Chris Finger, electing not to risk letting that puck go. Face off to the left of Finger. One back by the Jugglers. Gets it over to the other D. A shot. And it goes just over the glass. And now to play again. Oh, and that was a bit of a high sticking call. One of those refs calls. And it will go all the way down. Face off now to the right of Noah Narolis in the Juggler zone. Face off one forward by the Hornets there as Jonas Oshley tries to get a shot on net. It goes just wide, and the Jugglers will get it out. Leveroni there, making something happen with it after facing a little bit of pressure, brings it into the zone quick, but it's stopped by the skater ref there. Walker Thompson trying to keep it in, but the Jugglers will get it into the Hornet zone. Save made by Finger! And that will be an icing after it goes all the way back down. Just about 3 minutes left to go in this second period of play. 3-2 is the score as the face-off is to the right of Chris Finger. A little bit of a discussion here as there's 6 Hornets on the ice there. They send Walker Thompson off. And they throw Cold Knives out of the face-off there. Jugglers win it. Save made by Finger off that quick shot from the D-man. Face-off once again to the right of Chris Finger. One to the side by the Hornets. Michael Leduc will send it all the way around to Noah Oswieni. Oswieni getting it out. Jugglers there, trying to make something happen with it in their own zone. But Patno there trying to put it on net. Jugglers sending it around the other side. Brady Moore and Michael Leduc putting a bit of pressure on there as they hand it to Cold Knives. sending it towards the center there into the hands of Patnode. But a bit of a whistle here as they open the door with that big hit from Golden Ives. Must take quite a sizable hit to open the door there in the corner. Nevertheless, the Jugglers win the face-off forward. Jack Lalick getting it up to Thompson. Thompson with a shot through traffic. It's turned away by Neurolis. Lalick back up to Thompson. Thompson shooting again. Saved by Neurolis. It's loose. Goes into the hands of Patnode. Patnode trying to get a shot off, but it goes into the corner. Gets it back up to Patnode, but Patnode letting it go. The Jugglers getting it into the Hornet zone. Gets it behind the net there. Gets it to the center. But it's Osterley who will take it to the boards. Off the glass there, gets it out of the zone. Jugglers, though, regrouping in the neutral zone. Hornets there, breaking it out, getting it to Leveroni. Leveroni getting it through there. Not quite himself, but he gets it into the corner. Brady Moore there, stopping it from going out. Tries to get it to the center there, but there's nobody to pick it up. The Jugglers there getting it out of the zone, and that's Jaden Lawrence on a bit of a breakaway there. But they get it into the zone, and the Hornets will pick it up. Joey Leveroni with speed, coming down the side. Shoots it, just go over the net. Stopping it right there is Lucas Latoff as he opens the door to the Hornets bench. Jugglers trying to get a shot off there, but it goes into the hands of Latoff. Latoff taking it up the side. Shoots it, and it's off the pad of Noah Neurolis. Going into the corner. Jugglers there putting it into the other corner for number 19, Andrew Fitz for the Hornets. Lucas Latoff with a stick in his arm. Retains the puck, takes it to the center. A bit of a shallow angle shot there, but it goes out of the zone. Brady Moore. Up to number 25, Aiden Shaver. He puts it into the zone. Getting it over to Livesey there. But the Jugglers will get it back out of their zone. Brady Moore. Getting it over to Aiden. Doesn't matter who it went over to, because that's it. That'll do it for the second period of play here at the Toyota Coliseum. The lead has been decreased to 1 as the score stands at 3-2 in favor of the Hornets. Shots on goal for this period, 19 for the Hornets. And shots on goal for the Jugglers, 26. Quite the effort they made in this second period of play, but don't go away. Third period action is here on the Hornets Hockey Network, so don't touch that dial. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for third period of action here at the Toyota Coliseum between the Mohawk Valley Jugglers and your FM Hornets. The score lies at 3-2 after 2 periods of play. The Jugglers were able to knock down that lead by 2 after it was 3-0 towards the middle of the second period. Towards the end, they had 2 unanswered goals to make it 3-2. But third period of action, here we are. Let's see what it'll bring us. Face off in the middle now. One back by the Hornets to Walker Thompson. Gets it up the boards. Jack Lalick will chase. Jugglers there getting it up off the boards and into the Hornet zone towards the corner. Brady Moore there trying to make something happen with it. In the middle, turned away by Finger after it went towards that goal. Jack Lalick trying to get it out, but the Jugglers put it back in. Brady Moore there trying to do something with it. Put a bit of pressure on by the Jugglers. Joey Leveroni trying to do something with it. Jonas Osterley giving it over to Walker Thompson. Thompson over to Osterley. Osterley making some moves with it after facing a little bit of pressure. Gets it off the boards to Jack Lalick. Walker Thompson trying to get it over to Brady Moore, but it went off the shin of the Juggler. Back into the corner. Little bit of pressure. Jugglers taking it. They put it into the hands of Jonas Osterley, however, and it goes out of the zone. Putting it back in, though, are the Jugglers. Finger there, leaving it for Osterley, who comes up as the lines change. Electing to turn back in for a bit of room. Getting it up to Brady Moore. Moore there, getting it up off the glass and into the Juggler zone for a bit of a change. Michael Leduc putting a little bit of pressure on. Patno getting it though. Shoots it into the shin. Leduc there, bit of a backhand. Still in the center there. Osterley shoots. Save made. No scores. And Jonas Osterley will put that behind Noah Norellis. I initially thought that he was able to get a glove save there. However, the ref indicated otherwise. The score is now 4-2 in favor of the Hornets. Face off one back by the Jugglers. Patno there taking it through the zone. Shoots it. Toe save by Norellis. Jugglers there making efforts to get it out, but it goes into the hands of Osterley. Sends it over to Leduc. Leduc over to Patno, but Patno loses it, and it goes into the hands of the Jugglers. Jugglers there shooting it, and a deflection from Michael Leduc almost caused it to go behind Finger. Several shots there, but Osterley settles it down. Wow, that could have been perilous. Patno there getting it out. Onto Lucas Latov, who takes it in. Shoots it just wide of the net, and it goes out. Hornets change. And that'll be I believe that will be a call for... Will that be a too many men? As there was a bit of confusion on the bench there. And yes, that will be a too many men on the bench of the FM Hornets. A lot of confusion as the puck was coming their way. They were trying to change. But since there were too many on when it was being played, that will be a penalty. Served by number 9, Michael Leduc. Face off to the right of Finger, one back by the Jugglers. Over to the D. Back to the boardman. Boardman taking a fake shot there. Sends it into the corner. Walker Thompson putting a bit of pressure on. Joey Leveroni gets it up to Golden Knives, who knocks it away. The Jugglers, they're losing it as one of their defense fall down. Golden Knives on the forecheck. He wants his third goal. Jugglers there sending it into the Hornet zone. It comes all the way back around. Gets it to the D-man. Bit of pressure there from Leveroni. Gets it over to the side man. Shot, and it's wide of the net. Joey Leveroni picking it up, sending it the other way. What an opportunity for the Jugglers there, but he went wide of the net and couldn't capitalize. Meanwhile, they try to break it back out. Lalick, though, says no. He puts it back into the Juggler zone. Osterley now with it in the neutral zone. Sends it over to the Juggler zone. And Narolis puts it in the corner. 45 seconds left to go in this too-many-men penalty on the FM Hornets. Jugglers now taking it into the zone. Wondering what to do with it. He faces the boards, but faces a bit of pressure from Thompson. They send it up to the D. D to D there. Shot goes wide. Trying to send it to the center there across, and it goes wide again. Jugglers getting it to the other corner. Trying to do something with it on the boards as they face a bit of pressure. D to D goes a bit wide there. And Jonas Osterley trying to get it out there, but the Jugglers taking it back in. Boardman out to the D, shoots, and it goes wide. And the Hornets are able to kill off the penalty. Glove saved by Finger as he covers it. A well-killed-off penalty from the FM Hornets there. And they are back to full strength for the face-off to the left of Finger. Face-off one forward by Golden Knives there, but it goes into the hands of Jugglers. Michael Leduc, the little lad he is, making some efforts to get it out. And Golden Knives wants that puck. Jugglers, though, sending it into their own bench. I believe that makes 7 out-of-play pucks this game. Face off to the left of Noah Narolis. Taken by Golden Knives, but the Jugglers win it back. Way around the boards there. They send it up to their forward, but it's into the hands of Jonas Osterley. Osterley there. Looking up the boards, elects to take it back into his own zone. Working his magic with it, gets it up to Ives. Ives over to Latoff. Latoff with several options here. Sends it back to Osterley. Osterley moving it forward, but back into his own zone. Still in his own zone. Gets it over to Latoff. Latoff, though, losing it. Osterley keen to get it back again. Sends it up the boards, but it goes back into the corner. Brady Moore there, sending it up to Michael Leduc. Leduc, though, getting it back in the zone, and it goes up to Lucas Latoff. Latoff there, retreating a little bit. Gives it to Osterley. Osterley high up off the glass. Noah Ostriani tried to pick it up there. Putting a bit of pressure on now. He gets the puck. Gets it into the Juggler zone. Gets it over to Osterley. But Osterley gets it towards the boards there. Tries to take a shot, but it's off of Juggler's D. Over to Livesey. Livesey trying to get it to the center. He goes back towards the corner for it. And gets it over to the other corner for number 19, Andrew Fitz. But the Jugglers get it high and out. And that will be an icing. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, follow us on Instagram at our new page at FM Hornets Hockey, where you can see a lot more pictures and updates about this Hornets hockey team. Face off to the right of Notre. Hornets trying to get it towards the goaltender there, but the Jugglers trying to get it out. Walker Thompson keeps it in, sends it to the center, but the Jugglers regaining it. But that's Patnode bringing it back in. A shallow shot goes to the corner. Jugglers now getting it just out of their zone. Jugglers making sure that it stays up. Walker Thompson over to Patnode, who faces a little bit of pressure. Tries to get it to that other man, but it goes into the corner. Patnode making it work, getting it out of the zone. Hornets there, trying to make something happen with it. A bit of a mid-ice collision there between Noah Oswiani and Gavin Patnode. Oswiani looks a little down for the count there. The Jugglers get it into the FN zone. Over to the other corner. Jugglers have it. Trying to get it to the center again. And it goes just wide. Malik up to Leveroni. Leveroni with speed. Bringing it into the zone. It won't deter him. Bringing it around the corner. Oh, and he just squirts it out. Brady Moore isn't able to keep it in. But there's Jonas Osterley getting it over to Lalick. Lalick shot and a save by Noah Narolis. .8:53 left to go in this third period of play. 4-2 is the score in favor of the FM Hornets. Face off to the left of Noah Narolis. One back by the Hornets. The Duke gets it over to Thompson. Thompson trying to take a shot, but it goes off the Jugglers D there. Jugglers take it into the Hornets zone. Bit of pressure there by Brady Moore. Gives over to Michael LeDuc. Jugglers shot there, and it's a routine stop for Chris Finger. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. One to the side by the Jugglers. Shoots, and it goes into traffic there. Trying to take it to the boards. Gets it up to the D-man. D-man shoots, and it's deflected high and out into the stands. Make that 8 pucks out. Face off once again to the right of Chris Finger. Let's hope it doesn't go out this time. One back by the Hornets. Over to Brady Moore. Gets it over to Patnode. And Leveroni deflects it to Lalick. Lalick puts it through the legs there, but he can't get himself to that puck. Lalick with the puck now in the corner. Gets it up to Patnode. Patnode's shot goes deflected away from the net. Moore there with a shot. Save made by Rollins. And the whistle is blown. Face off to the left of Noah Narolis. One to the side for the Hornets. Lalick shot. And it goes up and out of play. And I believe it went into one of the fans there in the corner. They do have that section of the bleachers blocked off. However, not sure why some of the fans have elected to be there when there's clearly no netting. Jugglers win it back, trying to get it out of their zone. He fumbles with it on the heel of his stick. Thankfully, one of his teammates is able to grab it, but not before Osterley sends it up to Lalick. Lalick getting it in. Jugglers there getting it to the corner, trying to get it out high and Brady Moore fails to catch it. But it's Osterley picking it up again. Osterley trying to get it up to Leveroni, but the Jugglers will intercept and bring it back into the Hornet zone. Osterley getting it off the corner after facing a bit of pressure. Towards the net there, turned away by Finger. Brady Moore will get it. That hit doesn't deter him, but Lalek will send it back down deep for Osterley. Osterley putting it back for Patnode. Osterley trying to get it back, but it's Patnode sending it up to Jack Lalek, who gets it up to Leveroni. Leveroni gets a bit hit there, but he gets it into the zone for Lalek. Lalek trying to make something happen with it. Sends it up to Osterley. Osterley bobbles it. Goes into the hands of Patnode. Patnode shot. Hits the shin. Lalek gets it. But it's back to Patnode. Patnode, though, lets it go. Up to Joey Leveroni there. But the Jugglers say no thank you. Try to get it back out of their zone. But Osterley, the man that he is, puts it back in. Michael Leduc, the little lad there, putting a bit of pressure on, making sure they stay in that zone while his team changes. Well done by him. But the Jugglers take it back into the Hornet zone. Shot, and it goes wide. Several shots there, blocked by traffic. Walker Thompson, a big hard and out, but that'll be an icing. 5:53 left to go in this third period of play. 4-2 is the score in favor of the Hornets. Face off to the left of Finger. FM winning it back to the side. Gets it over to Lalek. Lalek trying to put some pressure on. Walker Thompson there in the corner making something happen. Lucas Latoff, though, putting it around the boards. Jugglers, though, getting it back in. Getting it to the corner there. Thompson putting a bit of pressure on to try to get it off the back of the net. It goes into the center there. Jugglers trying to handle it, but it goes back behind the net for Brady Moore. Moore making something happen with it as he faces a lot of pressure coming up the boards there, but it's still there right by the blue line. Moore trying to make something happen with it. They had it pinned to the wall there, but that's Lucas Latoff who will send it hard out. That will be an icing. Face off one back by the Hornets. They send it way hard around. And that'll be another icing. As they didn't send it straight to the other side. They send it around the boards there. And due to technicalities with the rules, that will be an icing. Hornets winning it to the side there. Jugglers, though, trying to make something happen with it behind the net. Jonas Osterley putting some pressure on. Facing a bit of double pressure there. But it's Joey Leveroni. No, sorry. Colton Ives there. 18 instead of 10. Jonas Osterley getting it out. Trying to get it over to Andrew Fitz there. But the Jugglers sending it high up. Almost goes into their bench. But that's Michael Leduc with it now. Sending it up to Patnode. Patnode coming in. Shot a bit of a shallow angle, and he goes into the boards there. Colton Ives with it. Trying to get it to the center, but it goes out of the zone. Jonas Osterley handling it now. Getting it up to Fitz. Fitz getting it into the zone, and goes to change. Jugglers trying to get something to happen with it. Man was far towards that blue line. They tried to get it up to him. A bit of a cherry pecker. but it goes over to the other end again. Jugglers trying to make something happen with it here. Big hit there from Lucas Latoff. But the refs ruled out as a bit of a dirty one. Latoff will go to the box. 2 minutes for a check to the head. And that will be a 2-minute penalty for a check to the head. Number 2, Lucas Latoff. Jugglers there trying to get it into the zone. Trying to get it up to their D-man there. Get it to the center, and it goes just wide. Jugglers there, sending it deep into the zone, takes it out to the center, but it goes wide once again. Facing a bit of pressure there on the boards from the Hornets. Getting it up to the D-man. Hit put on by Lelick. They try to get it out. It just goes just short. And the Jugglers will bring it back in behind the net. Brady Moore there putting some pressure on. The Jugglers taking it out. Sending it up to the D-man across. Back to him. Sending it to the center there, but Thompson turns it away into the corner. High over the net there. Goes to the other side. D-man tries to take a shot, but he goes slowly wide. Shot there. Turned away by Finger. A quick shot off the backhand. Nearly went under his pad, but another shot goes wide. Jugglers there in the corner. Sending it out to the center. Bit of pressure put on by Walker Thompson. Now Brady Moore goes back into the corner as they're still on the PK, and it's covered by Finger. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. Goes to the corner there for Jonas Osterley. Osterley sending it way around there. But the Jugglers trying to work with it as the penalty kill is almost up. And the Hornets are back to full strength, killing off that penalty well. Taking it into the corners. Colton Ives putting a bit of pressure on. Patnode there. Getting it over to Osterley. Osterley up and high off the glass. LeDuc trying to nail it home, but it goes back into the corner for Osterley. Osterley sending it back around to Michael LeDuc. Colton Ives trying to pick it up there. Trying to make some work with it. But Michael LeDuc taking it now. Up the side. Trying to get a bit of a shot off, but he elects to put it in the corner instead. Jugglers there, sending it all the way out. And that's Jonas Osterley cutting it up to Lucas Latoff, who faces a bit of a hit. Leveroni there, and a save made by Narolis. .1 seconds left to go in this third period of play. Oh, and it seems that Jack Lalick was sent off there. Not sure why. But Colton Ives will come back onto the ice. Wins the puck forward. Golden Eyes tried to get that shot up, but it just goes out. That'll be an offsides. Face off there, one back by the Hornets in the hands of Osterley. 23 seconds left to go. Music doesn't seem to be turning off. There it goes. But the Jugglers will get it back into their zone. 10 seconds left to go. They ice it high and out. Onto the stick of Jonas Osterley. And that'll do it. The Hornets get their first win in their first home game here at the Toyota Coliseum. Final score, 4-2, Hornets over the Jugglers. Chris Finger seems a little bit happy there, doing a few bunny hops, but this being quite the win for the Hornets, their first of the season, and their first as a home team here at the Toyota Coliseum. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in tonight. Wow, what a game it was. Looked a bit hairy there in the second period for the Hornets, but they come home with the win, 4-2. Clearly, the star of this game must have been Golden Eyes, with 2 goals to his name, nearly getting a hat trick. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Tune in next time here on the Hornets Hockey Network. Have a good night.